What's up, Hotshotters, and welcome back to CIL Logistics. So today, in episode number 1, we're going to be talking about preparing for the business, preparing the business. And before I continue, let me shout out Salim and Jazz, good friends of mine, for getting me my first business shirt. So thank you all for getting me this shirt. I really appreciate it. First off, as you already know, research should be the main thing when we're thinking about getting into any type of business. I've already did my research. I still, of course, have way more research to do, but I've already did a lot of research about trucking, hotshot trucking in particular. Before you even come here, you should already have been doing that. You should actually be finding me in the midst of your research. If you have done that, good job, you're doing well. And then in that research, you need to be thinking about the type of truck that's best for you, or the type of trucking that's best for you. Of course, there's 18-wheelers, so whenever I tell anyone that I'm starting a trucking business, they instantly assume that I'm talking about 18-wheelers, semi-trailer trucks. And that's not the case. For me personally, hotshot trucking is better for me. As you all, I would have hoped and assume, if you're looking at this video and probably interested in starting hotshot, you understand that hotshot is a heavy-duty pickup truck, dually pickup truck with the 4 wheels on the back with a 40-foot flatbed trailer attached to the back. Simply put, truck, trailer. Just like with an 18-wheeler, that's a truck. That big-headed monster is a truck, and then the thing that's attached is a trailer. A lot of people think they come as one. Those are two separate things. Either way, hotshot trucking is gonna be, personally, easier for me to start. I have friends already in the industry. I've learned, tactics, methods, practices, best practices, worst practices. So I'm geared up to start hotshot trucking. That's just my lane. Again, stay in your lane. I'm staying in my lane. So after your research and you figure out what type of trucking is best for you, then you gotta figure out if you're gonna do the driving, or if you already have a driver lined up, or if you're gonna hire a driver. For me personally, with me hopping into it, I wanna make sure this gets off the ground perfect. I'm actually not gonna have anything else to do, so I might as well. So after you figure that out, if you're gonna be the driver or you're gonna, hire a driver, which there's pros and cons to each. Hiring a driver, of course, that's the goal. I'm definitely gonna hire a driver eventually when I get another truck. I'm starting off with one truck, and hiring a driver, of course, just like hiring anybody, has its pros and cons. It's gonna be a tough thing to find somebody that's motivated, determined, responsible, professional. So, that's always timely. Availability, that's a hard thing to find. So again, it's easier for me to start it off, and as I'm in my 2-year run, putting all the keys and pieces together so that boom, I can hop out. After you figure that out, then you have to do the soul searching to really understand if trucking is for you. Because trucking is, of course, hard, but you're gonna be sleeping in a truck. You're gonna be sleeping in a truck in the back. Now, of course, if you like me, you're gonna make sure that the bed is nice. You're gonna make it comfortable, but that's where we're gonna be sleeping. That's a tough thing, So that plus the amount of hours you're spending on the road, away from home, we're gonna be long haul. That's where the money is. It's either long or short. Either you stay local or you go long. If you're in the middle, you're gonna lose. That's number one. I'm not even in it yet, and I see that. When you're going long and you're long hauling, you're gonna be away from home 23 to 26 days out of the month. That means you'll probably spend some weekends here, some days, one day there, blah, blah, but you're gonna be over the road. That's a very hard thing on you, your family, your girlfriend, your wife, whoever you got in your life. It's gonna be tough. So it's gonna take a toll on you. How you gonna diet, how you gonna still get your exercise in. These are things that, while many people don't like being a truck driver, again, for me, I'm looking at the longevity of it. I'm looking at starting a business. Now, although I do love driving, and it's not gonna be anything that I think is gonna be hard as far as the driving and over the road aspect, is because I love driving. I love that time to myself. So I absolutely love driving dolo, picking up a load, boom, going that way. We got phone, we got FaceTime. We will communicate. It's okay. But I love that aspect, but some people cannot take it. This is the biggest thing that a lot of hotshot truckers, I know for sure, but probably trucking business period, go wrong, is the administrative side, the administrative work. Luckily for me, I'm a nerd when it comes to that type of stuff. I've been in the financial service industry since I graduated in 2012. So I know exactly what I'm getting into, and I look forward to getting that paperwork together, making sure my stuff is right. So when the inspection comes, when the annual reports come or whatever comes, I'm ready. Boom, boom, here you go. Here go the folder. I'm gonna be on point with that. That's the pre-thought. That's just research pre-thought. The next thing is the business plan. You will not, I'm not gonna let you, but you will not start a business without a business plan unless you're planning to fail. Because if you don't plan, you plan to fail. So with that being said, with the business plan, that's gonna require extensive research. This is all plain duh, but again, we're literally taking baby steps because we wanna make sure everybody can get on the train. So in the business plan, you're gonna have to do extensive research, of course, but then this is where you're gonna be searching for your startup costs. You're gonna be really digging down into finding out the truck costs, all the material, the equipment, and then also the monthly overhead. You know, this is a business that's going to require a pretty high monthly overhead. So you hear a lot of hotshot truckers say that it's not about what you make, it's about what you keep, because you're going to make some bread, boom, instantly. But if your overhead is still high and you only bring home baby money, you're a baby. So think about the overhead. And then me personally, when I was making my business plan, I wanted to figure out what's the issue? What's the main issue that has most hotshot truckers failing? What is it? Aside from the administrative piece and the work, paperwork and all of that, it's the truck. The truck. New or used, that truck gonna go out, period. So before we even go deeper, before we get into the startup costs, before we get into any of that, know that that truck is gonna go out. So let's plan for it. We know that's the issue, so we can plan for it ahead of time. So with that being said, I have a couple of business plans because there's a couple of options I might go with. If I get a new truck, that's gonna be more debt that I'm getting into. And you get into more debt, let's say 70K, and then it goes out in 3 years or 4 years. And I've heard great things about the warranty, but I've also heard terrible things about the warranty as far as how they'll try to make it seem like it's your fault that the transmission and engine went out. So you gotta pay for that. If, you know, they have the small writing, as they say. So do I wanna deal with that? I mean, yeah, I can talk with the best of them, but they're big business. If they want to, they could probably get over on me on that. So we got to think about that. If we go used, you don't know what the previous owners did with it. You know what I'm saying? And if you finance it used, now you could try to buy used, but I just feel like, me personally, I don't know. And I know my bro Daryl gonna kill me, but I don't want to buy, let's say 10, 15K for a used truck. And it may be an older 03 or whatever. It might be older than that. I wouldn't feel comfortable going to Denver in that. I wouldn't. So shame on me, bro. Absolutely. But my thought process may be to get a used but finance a used truck. Now again, I'm still in between, so please don't get ahead on me yet, because I don't even know. We'll see. I'm gonna take y'all on that journey and we'll see what happens and what we decide to go with. But with the used truck, if I finance it, I don't know what the previous owner did to it, and it might go out on me within my first 2 years. I need these first 2 years to be golden. I need to be able to succeed for this first 2 years, then I can fix my way through anything. That's period. So those are the things that we need to be thinking about, and that's the reason why I have three separate business plans. One is going to incorporate if I got a new truck, and then we're looking at the pros and cons of that. We're looking at how can we capitalize on that, and we're looking at what we're going to be able to bring home and how much we're going to be in debt, because we have to consider how much debt. If that truck goes out, the truck is the money maker. If it's not on the road, you're not making money. This ain't 9 to 5. Ain't no PTO, ain't no paid time off. We don't get that no more. We got to go get it. So you got to keep the truck on the road. I've incorporated, okay, if I go this route, this is the business plan for that. If I go that route, this is the business plan for that. So just think about that. In the business plan, it's very simple. The executive summary is simply explaining the service that CI Logistics is going to be offering, what the mission statement is. Google it, people. We can do this. Google it, but clearly the mission statement is your mission and how you're going to be able to serve whatever audience you're looking to serve in the best or better than the competition. And then the growth strategy, longevity. We're not looking to start this and it get shut down in 1 or 2 years. This ain't your, I ain't gonna even say it. This ain't that. We're looking at longevity. So we're thinking about, okay, if year 1 goes well, what growth are we gonna do? Are we gonna get another truck? We're gonna get a few more trucks. We're gonna get some drivers on, things of that nature. And then also the company description. You wanna be able to make sure that people can clearly understand your business and how it works and what you do. So that needs to be in there. The more information, the better. And then for market research, you wanna be able to understand your audience. Who is your audience? You know what I'm saying? So you wanna research all of this extensively and put all of that information that you gather, and you want to put it in your business plan so that whoever you're giving that business plan to, when you're looking for an investor, you need to be able to make it make sense quick so that they can say yes or no quick, so that they won't waste your time and you won't waste their time. Also, the marketing and advertising. Luckily for Hotshot Trucking, I tell people all the time, it's not much advertising you have to do. I mean, of course, the more the better. The more you grow, you may have a use for advertising, but hey, those loadboards is gonna help us out. We gonna get it. We gonna, hello? Yeah, you still got that load going from Charlotte to Denver? Yeah, let's go get it. We gone. No, we're not going. How much? We gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically how it works. We're going to be getting our loads, and most hotshot truckers get their loads from the loadboards. But also you can partner with another company and you can run under their MC. That's more of a worker type of thing. So I don't necessarily want to take that route. I'm looking for more ownership in my own. And again, that's kind of what a lot of my mentors have already gone down that road, the ownership aspect of it. So I'm not looking to partner up or run under anyone else's MC number and drive under them and partner with them. And lastly, the financial projections. You want to be able to, this better be your bread and butter. I hope you understand how important this is as far as what the upfront cost is going to be, what the monthly overhead is going to be, what you can potentially be bringing in. That's like, up to you. I guess that's relative as far as what you expect to be bringing in. I know I'm gonna go hard. I'm running hard, and I might hit a brick wall. I'm gonna stop for a week and I'm gonna go again. You know what I'm saying? So I know what I'm gonna do, but at the same time, I must express this. All the numbers in here, everything in here is worst case scenario. I'm not over, inflating the numbers as far as, I think I can make this much. So in the first month, I don't expect to get any money. Of course, that's not the fact. That's not the case. We're gonna get money in the first month. But again, that's just an example that I'm showing you that I assume the worst, because I'm one of those people that if you assume the worst, you prepare for the worst. And then if it's not the worst, you win. You're gonna be prepared to excel. You're gonna win on top of win. That second month, I expect to grossly make $8,400 around that. And that's if, again, I'm gonna have my MC, which is what you run under. And I'll get into the details of what MC is and all of that, but I'm gonna have that for about 45 days before I actually start. That's gonna be a little bit of an advantage because, again, A lot of times, a lot of brokers, they don't want to deal with you if you're within 60 to 90 days of that. So that's going to instantly be a struggle that you're going to have to get through. And they're going to probably try to lowball you because they know you're new, things like that. So again, that second month, we're only expecting to make about 8,400 gross. I mean, if worst case scenario that happens, okay, I'm prepared for it. If I do better than that, which is very possible, then I win. And then any month after that, we hoping to, come out grossly around 14,000 again. That's pretty modest. It's not anything spectacular. I've seen people do this in 2 weeks, those numbers in 2 weeks. So it's not easy, but also it's not impossible. And again, if it's like that, if that's the case, I've already planned to beat that. I'm at profit by doing those numbers that I just gave. The limited liability, the LLC. I did mine through LegalZoom. So LLC is what makes your company a business. They have a few packages. They have 3 packages on LegalZoom. I went with the economy package, the cheapest one. It says $79. I don't understand how, because I ended up paying like $150, $140, $150. But I think that comes with certain packages as far as name checking and business filing. So they make sure that the name is available for you. They also get you the articles of organization, because in some states that's mandatory. Next steps in the standard packages. Peace of mind review basically means that they kind of look over everything to make sure it makes sense and looks good and is legit for you. And then lifetime customer support, whatever, I guess I'm gonna need that, cool. And then financial accountant authorization letter is a document that says who has the right to open up a business account for the business and things like that. Now, the other package, which is the standard package, they have that at $329. In addition to all the other stuff that I named, it says it offers deluxe organizer, official certificates and seals, LegalZoom VIP processing, rush processing with secretary. So I guess that's a good one, and express shipping. Because if you need this to take place, I was pretty much ahead of mine a few months. So with my economy package, it's 3 to 4 weeks. And then with the standard package, it probably takes, I guess, 2 to 3 weeks. And then they also have an express package, express gold. That's at $349. And I'm assuming that's a week and a half. I will assume if you're charging that much, I don't know. But like I said, I went with the economy package, and mine rounded out to about, I would say, 150 or something around that nature. So it's not crazy at all. Another thing about the LLC, there's an annual report due every year. So what I did, a lot of this stuff is insinuated. I mean, they put it in there, but then you really can't make sense of it. So that's why I'm here, to be honest. So I put it in my phone as a reminder that each year I got to submit an annual report. And from what I understand, it's easy. It's something where you just go in and update your information if you move and things like that, contact information, things that just personal information that you want to have on file anyway, and have updated. So that's something that needs to be done. The EIN number, the identification number for your tax ID, basically, of your business. So just like you got a social security number and the government can identify you by that, they're gonna also identify your business by this EIN number. That's actually very simple. I did it, and I'm assuming everybody does it through the irs.gov. And basically I went to the search box in the top right, typed in EIN, and the second little article or link, it says apply for your EIN. I clicked on it. It's 15 minutes. Literally asks you questions about your business, what type, blah, blah, blah. You're done, and you get it instantly in 15 minutes. So easy, too easy. Like, that ain't even something that you should wait on. Go ahead and get that, because you're gonna need that when you actually need to open up the bank account for the business as well. CDL training. CDL training, which is your commercial driver's license. I'm actually doing mine online. I found a free one. Now, a lot of people go to a program or to a school, they pay $3,000, $4,000. I'm straight. I know people that just studied, took the test, maybe failed it, took it, failed it, passed it. I'm gonna pass it on the first time. I'm just gonna study. It's English. I'm just gonna read it, like put it in my head, make sure I know what I'm doing. Then I'm just gonna do it. It's kind of how it's gonna go. So I'm actually studying that. I'm doing that training through Trucking Truth Online. I like that. And before I even get into that, no, you do not need a CDL for Hotshot Trucking. But if you do have your CDLs, then you have way more flexibility. You're a little limited when you don't have your CDL because you can't have a gross combined weight rate of over 26,000 pounds. So you have to remain under that if you don't have a CDLs. I want to be able to haul almost anything. Literally, the more you can haul, the more you can get your arms wrapped around more opportunities to make money. So with that being said, I'm getting the CDL so that I can haul things that's over 26,000 pounds. So don't listen to, I mean, you can listen to them. I'm just gonna say, me personally, getting a CDL gives you more flexibility and more opportunities. So why wouldn't you take that just to pass the test and make sure that you know what you're doing anyways? It's only to help you be a better driver. So that's that. I actually do my online courses and tests and preparation through truckingtruth.com. Trucking Truth actually is, I don't even know how I found it. A lot of this stuff I just Google, man. Like, it's Google is our friend. So on there, you got all type of stuff. They literally have a lot of information about getting your CDLs, the qualifications, the disqualifications, certain endorsements, the type of CDL that you may want, Class A, Class B. It also talks about the DOT physical that you're gonna need. Some people call it a medical card, but basically you have to pass a physical in order to get your CDL so that they can make sure that you're in great health. And then also it gives you test questions. So you're literally learning. I saw something on here where it gives you the pre-trip inspection study guide, and which I hear is the hardest part about passing the test is your pre-check. You got to pre-check your vehicle and your entire, car situation and towing situation, your trailer. You got to check all that before you get in there, start it up and get on the road. You got to pre-check all the time. So I heard that's the hardest part about it. But either way, they give me all of this information. It's free. And like I said, truckingtruth.com. Again, I'm giving away free plugs, whatever. I'm just here for the people. This is where I found it at. I'm sure you can find this stuff elsewhere for probably better, you know what I'm saying? But y'all here today with me, listening to me. One last thing before we wrap up that I like about them, Trucking Truth sends emails probably almost every single day. And I feel like they the best things that as a new truck driver, you're gonna need. It goes through certain things like what you can expect on the road as far as dealing with weather conditions, personal hygiene on the road, what kinds of expenses will I have on the road. Literally anything that you're gonna encounter, they're getting it out there. So, tips for getting exercise on the road, we just spoke about that. So again, I love it because they give me those tips, they give you articles with it, but then as well, it's free. I don't need to spend $3,000 just to learn something I can probably teach myself. But that pretty much wraps up, getting prepared for your hotshot trucking business. Next episode, we're gonna go deeper into, I have a timeline sheet that has breaks down every single thing we need in the business, and then also breaks down the associated cost and the monthly overhead as well, and kind of how it all combines together. So we're gonna go through that on episode 2. But until next time, man, the 4 things to do: 1, like; 2, subscribe; 3, share; and 4, let's get this.